Reporter Joyce. Well, thank you very much, Joy, for that update. And we talk fresh confrontation between the forces of law and order and motorbike riders in Douala. And as we speak, clusters of bike riders have converged at the west end of the economic capital to protest the decision of the authorities to enact document control. And as we speak, truckloads of combined network of security operatives have been ferried to Bonaberry. Well, we're going to bring you development of that story as it unfolds. Interpol Bangui office and the Yaoundé headquarters have succeeded to arrest a young man who of Cameroonian nationality and his partners who drugged a Chadian patient or minor and went away with 40 million francs CFA. Through family members, friends, and the girlfriend, the supposed assassin was nabbed around Ebebda in Bafia Central region of Cameroon, and he is presently at the gendarmerie
session. On one of the session, February 19th, he asked for 63,000. The sick miner with all confidence told him to remove the amount from his suitcase, and seeing the other millions, thought of the worst. That is how he came back to put the patient to sleep and made away with his own share of 40 million CFA francs 3 days after the silent patient recovered. He narrated story. An investigation was opened.
Relatives of the victim got in touch with Interpol, the office of Bangui. Then they related information to the regional office here in Yaoundé, and via the relatives that are here, we could get the phone number of one of the friends. We arrested the girl and she gave us the exact position. So we went at Ebebda where we arrested him.
It is a fruit of collaboration to crack down cross-border criminality. The supposed criminal on his part, surprisingly, is kind of remorseful, claiming their attempt was not to kill and that he's grateful the minor is alive.
Thanks very much, Beatrice Ngamo. We bring you updates of the incident that happened in Bamenda, that is in the northwest region of Cameroon, where inhabitants are once again panic-stricken following the bomb explosion yesterday in the early hours. 2 persons sustained slight injuries in the incident, as we get from Ambo Gladys Dibang with carols from our Northwest Regional Bureau Chief Correspondent, Angie Collins.
The population of Bamenda and those of Bamenda too, in particular, woke up to a loud explosion this Thursday morning at the hospital roundabout area.
As a carry my food in Manu on a son, I did just a house open and just see now. They will carry my food in, so no, really know what will happen.
Yeah, it happened where I didn't say my marketplace. I don't risk it. There was a white table. I hear I said boom. This a bit confused. My ear they block.
The weight of the device shallowly planted under the ground could be determined from the earth tremor that followed and felt as far as T Junction and Old Town, about 2 kilometers away. A police inspector who had just arrived to start work with his colleagues counted himself very lucky, just like a civilian who both had light injuries. But Rogers, a trader in front of whose shop the explosion was planted, had a double tragedy last night and this morning.
Yeah, beside what happened here, my crying the previous night was the fact that all my phones that I'm selling have been stolen. For me coming here this morning to gather this other shop, that this whole shit has scattered everything I have here.
Though the current socio-political crisis is to blame for the multiple locally made bombs, rampant harassment and extortion of drivers by security forces cannot be ruled out, according to some people off camera, reason why security checkpoints seem to be frequently targeted.
Et la suite du journal, c'est dans la localité d'Ambam, dans la région du sud de Cameroun. La ville d'Ambam est donc plongée dans le noir total depuis plusieurs mois. Certains commerçants ont même déjà fermé boutique. Une partie de la population très abattue envisage de quitter la ville si la situation persiste. La ville d'Ambam est alimentée par des générateurs et aujourd'hui, bon nombre de ces générateurs électriques sont en panne. Je vous propose quelques réactions au micro de Narcisse Enama. Alors poursuivons ce journal avec cette autre actualité. C'est en culture, la salle Diamond de Bonanjo est déjà bien disposée pour accueillir les mélomanes justement ce soir. Ce soir, c'est vendredi, donc un matériel de sono dernière génération pour une qualité de son optimale. Les lumières également apporteront de la touche magique pour couronner ce décor féerique. Autre chose en dehors de votre billet d'entrée, le port du masque est obligatoire. Maus Poussouya et Trésotanon ont rencontré Emmanuel Bidjeke et quelques techniciens. Réaction. Poursuivons donc ce journal. Cette fois-ci, à l'étranger, on va s'intéresser à la visite historique du pape François en Irak. C'est une première fois, justement, qu'un pape se rend en Irak, pays en proie aux violences depuis plusieurs mois, plusieurs années, autant pour moi. Le pape François entame donc ce vendredi 5 mars 2021 une visite dite historique en Irak sous très haute protection. Cette visite du pape intervient dans un contexte sécuritaire marqué par la recrudescence des tirs de roquettes visant régulièrement des bases américaines avec encore un mort mercredi dernier. Je vous propose une réaction.
Pour un pèlerinage de 3 jours, depuis longtemps, je souhaitais rencontrer ce peuple qui a tellement souffert, rencontrer cette église martyre dans la terre de Abraham avec les autres chefs religieux. Nous ferons aussi un autre pas en avant vers la fraternité entre les croyants. Je vous demande de m'accompagner par la prière, mon voyage apostolique, afin qu'il puisse se tenir de la meilleure des façons et porter les fruits souhaités. Le peuple irakien nous attend. Il attendait déjà Saint Jean-Paul II. Mais malheureusement, on lui avait interdit de se rendre dans ce pays. On ne peut pas décevoir un peuple pour la deuxième fois. Prions pour que ce voyage puisse se réaliser bien.
Voilà, Kédjan, il s'agit effectivement du pape François. La suite, c'est avec vous.
Well, that was Pope Francis talking there on his eminent visit to Iraq. And United Nations Aid has warned against the neglect on the fight against HIV and AIDS, a killer disease which continues to kill thousands of people in Cameroon yearly. The Cameroon UN AIDS country director has called on all local authorities to make sure they intensify the fight against HIV and AIDS in their respective communities and limit infectious rates. Details with Hyacinthe Chav.
COVID-19 is a word on every lip, as many have turned to neglect the most dreaded HIV/AIDS. But the incurable disease keeps claiming thousands of lives each year in Cameroon.
There is each year 14,000 deaths in Cameroon due to AIDS. And the new infection are 17,000. So you see, that's where the focus needs to be. We cannot think about COVID and forget about the other health challenges that the population is facing.
Notwithstanding, UNAIDS has continuously been multiplying strategies to contain the spread of the killer disease with the involvement of local authorities into the fight.
Local leaders, religious leaders, everyone was to come together to prevent new HIV infections, to provide care and support to people living with HIV, and also to create an enabling environment that would help to put in place policies and programs to reduce infections.
The 7 councils of the Fundi division meeting this Thursday at the Resource Center of the United Councils and Cities of Cameroon, intensifying calls on the population to stay safe from the pandemic.
The aim of this partnership was to see how we can sensitize all mayors to fight against this HIV pandemics, to see what has been done and how can we ameliorate, what activity can we do for the future to ameliorate our actions.
A call to be championed by different mayors in their respective municipalities.
Thanks very much, Hyacin. And we talk health, more health. There has been a mad rush for COVID-19 screening as a surge in the new strain sends maverick storm across the globe. Huge crowds were seen at Paku Vita Sports Complex in Douala to get tested for coronavirus. Joy Ngong report.
The increasing rate of statistics with regards to the COVID-19 pandemic has led to a massive influx of city dwellers at the COVID-19 testing units. At the Paku Vita Center, hundreds of people visit daily to know their status, among whom are children. A friend told us about her being tested positive. Since we had been in contact with her, we decided to come for our own test. Yesterday was for the parents. Today we came to do the test for the children. I chose to come and test myself for the safety of my family and to know our status, because coronavirus is out there and one needs to be careful. The number of people screened daily has observed a massive increase in recent times. Between 300 to 500 people are screened on a daily. Meanwhile, the positive cases are admitted to begin treatment immediately. Since mid-February, we have had an increase in the number of persons who come here to test themselves. And also, we have had an increase in the number of positive cases. Douala 5, especially the Bonamusadi, Makepe, Lokpom, are the zones with a very high rate of positive cases in Douala. The medical team is focused and determined, despite that more than half of their colleagues have already been tested positive of the virus. The personnel are always contaminated because when people deny to test themselves and they eventually find themselves at the medical facility and they come in contact with the personnel, it is easy to contaminate them. The Paku Vita screening unit is under the health district of Mbange, and it is one of the 9 district hospitals in the city of Douala to carry out the COVID-19 screening.
And we move over to Yaoundé, where the project document for the Congo Basin Sustainable Landscape aimed at improving the management of Cameroon's biodiversity has been validated, as Hyacin tells us.
After 2 years of heated consultations, fieldworks and integrated management of Cameroon forest landscapes in the Congo Basin, biodiversity experts have arrived at a root junction of implementation of the sustainable project. Reason for this.
Well, sorry for that mix-up there. We're expecting to have the report by Hyacin Chair. Well, let's talk entertainment. This time, a new music label has been introduced in the Cameroonian music industry known as Le Prince Record. The label, which is focused on rap and urban music, is out to valorize Cameroonian music talents. Details with Joy Ngong.
After 12 years of stay in the United States, Ghislain Le Prince returns to invest in Cameroonian urban music through what is known as Le Prince Record, a concept which is aimed at valorizing Cameroonian rap artists as well as putting into perspective rap music in Cameroon.
I've been in love of music for a very long time, so I decided to come back home and invest in music because Cameroon music is one of the best in the world, and there's a lot of talent out there that needs sponsors, and we need to start, being together, get these kids, that has talent and put it out there so we can grow our industry.
What drives him is far from making profit. His goal, to see success for Cameroonian musicians.
I'm not looking to make money, zero. Not at all. I love music so much where I sit down and it kills me that I can drive to Douala and I see a Lamborghini, I see a Rolls Royce, and the Cameroonian artist is getting out of that.
The young CEO has brought together key actors in the entertainment industry, including artists, media, bloggers, and show promoters, to contribute ideas for the development of this project, which, according to him, will change the game of the entertainment industry.
To achieve success is by sitting down and knowing, what's part of the change in the industry.
The Prince record has one artist signed under his label, and he is ready to take over the music industry.
Thanks very much, Joyce. And of course, that report there brings us to the end of this bilingual newscast on Canal International. From all of us, it's goodbye from me. I've been Kejang Henry at Tibet with Junior. Said goodbye, Junior.
À bientôt, Henri Kédian. Mesdames et messieurs, merci d'avoir regardé le 13h sur Canal 2 International. Prenons rendez-vous lundi à la même heure. Au revoir.